The top stories. Customs officers say a loud no to Revenue Authority. A woman is held in the funeral gun case. And a Jack Warner gets bail on US racketeering charges. Welcome to Nation News for Wednesday, May the 27th, 2015. Customs officers represented by the NUPW have rejected government's plan to place them under the Revenue Authority after a meeting at the union's headquarters. In any case, they said government must permanently appoint all temporary officers before any further discussions on the matter are held. It was a rather heated meeting, with some customs staff reportedly keen to escalate their go-slow into a strike. The National Council of the Union was due to meet at this hour to decide the next step in the standoff.
For those who thought that the customs officers would just lay down and take whatever the government had to dish out, they better be concerned as of today, because this turnout has shown us that they are indeed in solidarity and they are willing to take whatever action is necessary to make sure that they get what they want. This meeting today was not necessarily planned to discuss the issue of information. Remember that we had to bring up this meeting because of the looming threat of the option letters. But we understand that that option has been taken off of the table, and we are now in negotiation stages again, which is good. But it says to us, in a way, we are glad that we held the meeting because we took the opportunity to let them know about the information that we have and the information that is pending. They still are very concerned about how the process is taking place, and they have given us a clear mandate. They have said to us that they are not interested in going to the Barbados Revenue Authority. That is the mandate that they have given us. It is for us now to discuss it with the National Council on the action that we should take. But we have a clear mandate from our members, and we have no choice but to obey that mandate.
Meanwhile, President of the Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Tracy Safla, has called for a speedy resolution to the dispute. While addressing the Chamber's monthly business luncheon at Hilton, Barbados, Ms. Safla complained that the go-slow was hurting manufacturers, wholesalers, retailers, and other business people. Socle Royale will remain at Bushy Park. Minister of Culture Stephen Lashley has acknowledged that discussions about a possible relocation to Kensington Oval were held. However, he told in his briefing that it was decided that Bushy Park is still the best place to host the finals of the popular Sweet Soca and Party Monarch competitions. A city woman has been remanded to prison in connection with the gun that fell from a purse at a funeral last month. Alana Nikita Crystal Nervez, 23 of Ashby Alley, Bridgetown, is the third person held by police in the incident, which shocked the nation. At her first appearance in court, she was charged with having a firearm in her possession without a valid license on April the 20th. She was not required to plead and was remanded to Dodds until June the 24th. Akmal Terrell Haynes and Kerry Shaquille Thompson are already there on remand in the case, while another man is still being sought. The University of the West Indies has been urged by the Minister of Labour to enter public and private partnerships and use its research to earn income. Dr. Esther Bayer was speaking as UWI launched its translation bureau at the Caveville campus.
In the new and emerging knowledge economy, we must take the fullest advantage of the opportunities to create new technologies, new ways of doing business, new processes, new mechanisms, new jobs, and consequently a more efficient and effective society and a sustainable quality of life. I therefore implore you members of this great institution, to make the fullest use of your research capabilities and seek to partner with public and private entities to transfer that research into meaningful, viable, and sustainable development initiatives, which would further enhance the university's ability to earn income, but also assist in the development of our communities and our nation.
The Translation Bureau's coordinator, Glendon Welch, said there was a need for translation services in Barbados, especially for businesses.
There are many documents, incorporation of businesses in Barbados. And I know this for a fact. There are a lot of documents in Spanish. Venezuela alone, right, brings to Barbados many businesses. I'm talking about month after month after month. I talk Venezuela alone. We also get businesses from Panama, right? And there are a lot of businesses incorporated here. And the documents generally are in Spanish. And there's a need for that service. Sometimes, very often, it has to be done by other people. Another thing is that students going, you may have children who may want to study overseas. Most universities are not going to accept your documents in English only. You have to provide a translation of those documents. Even though they may have someone sitting there who can speak English, they're not going to translate them, right? Those documents must be translated.
A farmer has asked businesses and shoppers to be on the lookout for stolen rabbit meat. Darcy Deer is counting his losses after 81 rabbits destined for a plate near you were stolen from him over the weekend. Sir Philip farmer Winston Harding said potential buyers of the rabbit meat would be aiding and abetting a thief.
Notify those that are in the meat business that if they have orders for any great amount of rabbits and they know they're getting them from someone that they're not familiar with, that they should notify the police, because, you know, unless they do this, it'd be like aiding and abetting the thief, you know what I mean? Buying from people that you know that don't have animals or not accustomed to selling you animals. And I think that they should join together with farmers who not only us with the rabbits, but with sheep, pigs and cows, that when they find buyers coming in that they're not familiar with, that they should notify the police.
In sport, just hours after he was cited in U.S. federal corruption charges, former FIFA Vice President Jack Warner of Trinidad and Tobago was granted bail of $2.5 million TT dollars on condition that he surrender his passport and report to local police twice a week. Mr. Warner surrendered to police after learning there was a warrant for his arrest to face an extradition request. He's one of 9 current and former football officials caught in a dragnet involving bribes and kickbacks alleged to total more than $100 million US. He was not required to plead to the 12 charges. His 2 sons have already pleaded guilty to related charges. Jeffrey Webb, the Caymanian president of CONCACAF, is the second Caribbean official linked to the American indictment. He was arrested earlier in the Swiss city of Zurich in a separate sting operation carried out by Swiss law officers. And finally, Britain's oldest twins have died just weeks apart after being inseparable for 103 years. Glenys Thomas died in April before her heartbroken sister Florence Davies passed away within a month. The great-great-grandmothers were born in 1911, the year before the Titanic sunk. They lived through 2 world wars, the civil rights movement, and huge advances in technology and transport. But they always lived in the small mining village of Abertrader in South Wales, where they had homes next to each other. The twins, believed to be the oldest identical twins in the world, built an interior door joining the 2 kitchens of their homes to make it easier to see each other. And that's Nation News for Wednesday. For more, log on to nationnews.com, as well as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And remember to pick up your Daily Nation on Thursday or subscribe to our e-paper.